Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Nerdy Druid. I'm a Druid and I'm also nerdy. Alright, so happy Thursday everybody. I hope all of you are having a great day. I've had a good day. I've been reading my books, which has been a lot of fun. So in this video I'm going to be talking about things that I have been doing to practice my religion when I have little to no money. And this is mainly because I'm currently not working because I have something wrong with my equilibrium, though I've not been formally diagnosed, which is why I'm going to the doctor to get diagnosed. And once that happens, I will be able to start the path back to my old job and start making the money that I'm used to making, that I've grown accustomed to making. So, one of the things that I did over the last 5 years was buy a lot of stuff like incense and candles and make incense and make candles, not incense. And so what I have decided to do, because I have little to no money, is to really dive into what I've got, but in a very responsible way. So I have chime candles, not a bunch, but I have some chime candles, and I use those chime candles only to only to light the incense that I have, and then once the incense has been lit, I blow it out. Use candles that I have made to burn. So for me, it isn't that I don't have enough candles. I have a lot of I have a lot of candles, but sort of making sure that they are stretched as far as they can go. Also, I have boxes of incense, so I don't need to buy incense. So I burn incense as an offering. Or I've got little containers to hold liquids that I bought years ago. So I use that. Just small things that I have bought over the course of the last 5 years and maybe a little bit further, so that I can continue to burn incense, I continue to give offerings, things like that. Also, outside of the other side of the apartment is this rock that nobody seems to move. And what I've done is I have poured my liquid offerings back to the earth, and that of course is totally free. I have an oracle deck that has animals on it. I bought that a couple years back, and I use that as part of my practice. I'm going to be saving money up to get air dry clay. I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and buy some. I'm going to use that to make my stops. I still have cloth and needles and thread that I can use to make a bag. These things are free because I already have them. I bought them years and years ago. I also have teeny tiny Celtic figures. Not all of them. Only the ones I liked. And I use that as part of my practice. Or I just pour out a libation of water on the ground for the ancestors. So there are little ways that I'm practicing my religion with little to no money. So my brother, who doesn't blame me at all for what happened, because if you have equilibrium going, if you have a problem with your equilibrium in your inner ear or wherever it's located at, that's not your fault. You know, that's not your fault. That's like blaming somebody that got into a car accident that's bound to a wheelchair for being paralyzed when it was the other driver's fault. Or getting mad that your loved one is blind because they were born that way. It just doesn't work. So my brother decided to get me a cell phone. Now, do I gotta give him help to pay the bill? Yes. So when I get the new phone, I'm going to go online. There's a Burger King not too far from where I live. In fact, I can walk there. I don't have to take the bus. I don't have to wait around for the bus to show up. I don't have to worry about being late for work. I get the job there. I can just walk the 10, 15 minutes. Spend maybe 15, 20 minutes, read on my Kindle, clock in, do my job, clock out, go home. Get a little check. So yeah, so I'm not totally out of options about like what I can do. So while I'm currently not making a living, even though my brother gives me a little bit of money every time he gets paid, I'm not out of options, and I'm going to use what I've got around the apartment to practice my religion. And that's a great thing about this particular religion that I love, is that, and even when I was practicing Wicca, they're like, well, use what you have on hand to practice your religion. And it works. It absolutely does. Even pouring out libation of water to your ancestors is free. Because your ancestors are free to honor. So if anyone says, I need this, and this to be a druid, or I need this, and this to be a Wiccan, or whatever, like, no, you don't. I don't hardly have no money, and I'm still practicing my religion. But the most expensive item that I ever got for right now is my LED pillar candle, and that was like $14. And it has a timer on it, and when the timer runs out, the light goes out. And then what do? I light one of my candles, and I use that. So yeah, I mean, you can cut out images of the gods to put on your altar. If you have a printer and you don't have to worry, and you're not on a subscription service, you can do that. Really, the only subscription service that my brother's actually helping me out with is Kindle Unlimited, but, you know, because that's the only subscription service I actually want out of everything. And he's going to give me like $10 to do that, because I've got like almost $10 in my savings. And then it's like, when he gets paid again, he's going to give me a couple of dollars, and I'm put in the bank. I also helped him calm him down yesterday because he got really ticked off. And I'm like, you need to calm down. You're in public. I just don't want him to get like banned from Walmart or something like that. So yes, anytime that I have food that my brother's paid for, I give a little bit of offering to the ancestors and to the gods. If I find a nickel on the ground, if I'm walking and I find a nickel on the ground, I pick it up and I come in, and when it's time to put a coin in my well, which is just a votive candle holder, once again, using what you got, and I put there, and then I take it out and I put in my little vault, which is just a little chest that I got 2 years ago from Pagan Pride. So yes, there are different ways, and then people's like, well, what are you going to do with those change when it's filled? Well, I'm going to take it to the bank, empty it, count how many coins I got, and stick it in my savings. And that's going to go only towards me getting candles and incense when I run out. Not, oh, I got to get the newest candle. No. If I have candles in over there, and what I do, take it out and light it. I've got a fancy travel altar that I bought 5 years ago that is for the Morgan, but I also use it for the other gods. I even have a little tiny box that I house some of my important stuff that I use for my religion. I spent $10 for a pack of 20 of them, or was it 10 or 20? I had paint. I painted it. I had paint. It's raining again. I had paint from 3 years ago. I used that to paint. So there are ways to practice your religion without breaking the bank. Forgot to add, I have an amethyst, I forgot what they call it. I got at Five Below for $3. So yeah, there are different ways to practice your religion. You don't have to have the fancy schmancy stuff. And I'm happy. I'm content. I'm finally using the stuff that I have been ignoring. Now, with that being said, I have 2 short videos that I will be uploading. I'm going to go ahead and do an updated shrine video to show you guys what my shrine looks like. But I am currently working on a offering to Bridget. It's a cat, like, coming out of a Christmas box. That will be an offering to Bridget, and yeah. My brother went out to the to the pool. But yes, I am very content and happy, and I don't need a lot of stuff to practice my religion. All right, so I will see you in a little bit with those shorts. Bye.